Hello, YouTube. This is Largo64 with something I hope is a little bit lighter than some of the things recently. I want to read some quotes to you from a book that I picked up a while back. It's called The Atheist's Bible. It's filled with quotes on atheism by mostly atheists or people who were certainly skeptics, and some of them I think are pretty interesting. I'll read the quotation first, and then tell you whose it was. A material resurrection seems strange and even absurd, except for the purpose of punishment, and all punishment, which is to revenge rather than to correct, must be morally wrong. And when the world is at an end, what moral or warning purpose can eternal tortures answer? Lord Byron. I recall the story of the philosopher and the theologian. The two were engaged in a disputation, and the theologian used the old quip about a philosopher being like a blind man in a dark room looking for a black cat, which wasn't there. That may be, said the philosopher, but a theologian would have found it. Julian Huxley. If we are going to teach creation science as an alternative to evolution, then we should also teach the stork theory as an alternative to biological reproduction. Judith Hayes. Now, I'm not familiar with Judith Hayes, and if somebody out there knows who she is or was, please let me know. Philosophy is questions that may never be answered. Religion is answers that may never be questioned. Anonymous, the old standby Anonymous. Blasphemy? No, it's not blasphemy. If God is as vast as that, he is above blasphemy. If he is as little as that, he is beneath it. Mark Twain. The fundamental cause of the trouble is that in the modern world the stupid are cocksure, while the intelligent are full of doubt. Bertrand Russell. The declaration which says that God visits the sins of the fathers upon the children is contrary to every principle of moral justice. Thomas Paine. I have little confidence in any enterprise or business or investment that promises dividends only after the death of the stockholders. Robert G. Ingersoll. Well, I believe that there's somebody out there who watches over us. Unfortunately, it's the government. Woody Allen. If we believe in absurdities, we shall commit atrocities. Voltaire. Now, the next four are very brief. They are all from The Devil's Dictionary by Ambrose Bierce. Clergyman. Noun. A man who undertakes the management of our spiritual affairs as a method of bettering his temporal ones. Infidel. In New York, one who does not believe in the Christian religion. In Constantinople, one who does. Pray. Verb. To ask that the laws of the universe be annulled in behalf of a single petitioner confessedly unworthy. And saint, noun, a dead sinner, revised and edited. My earlier views on the unsoundness of the Christian scheme of salvation and the human origin of the Scriptures have become clearer and stronger with advancing years, and I see no reason for thinking I shall ever change them. Abraham Lincoln. Difference in opinions hath cost many millions of lives. For instance, whether flesh be bread, or bread be flesh, whether the juice of a certain berry be blood or wine. That one was Jonathan Swift. And this last one is not an atheist, and certainly not a skeptic, and you'll see why in a second. I don't know that atheists should be regarded as citizens, nor should they be regarded as patriotic. This is one nation under God. That quote is from George Herbert Walker Bush. And although I didn't write it down for you in the description box, there is one more, and I want to quote it. It's an epitaph. It says, "Here lies an atheist, all dressed up, and no place to go." Trying to get rid of some of this stuff on my screen here. Okay, and that's it for the quotes on atheism.